We are live on Twitch. I've somehow managed to do it. With 5 seconds to go.
You've done it.
What a time to be alive.
You're a crazy person.
5 seconds to go. We're going. Let's go.
I don't know how you've managed it. It's absolutely obscene.
Anyway, now I'm all calm. We've got that done. What were you thinking? Louis, you're the more Xbox person out of the three of us, probably. In that you've played a Halo game. What are you hoping for? What are your dreams?
Halo, Gears of War, and they're going to announce a bunch of games that aren't Xbox exclusives that are available on multiple platforms, and might not even be timed exclusives in some cases.
I think this is a first-party one, though. I think this is all first parties.
It's supposed to be, and it's supposed to be more first parties than before. At least. I really, guys, if they show Fable, I'm going to die with excitement.
People are going crazy about Fable.
Not die with excitement.
People say they're showing Fable.
I want my Fable, you know. I want my Fable, not this Master Chief.
This is almost definitely Halo, isn't it?
I mean, yeah.
Hey.
But yeah, I really want Fable. I really want anything from Double Fine, although it will just be Psychonauts 2, so we know what that is. And then I want to maybe Hellblade 2 stuff, I guess. Adam?
That would be interesting to see some Hellblade stuff. I don't give a fuck. I'm just here for fun.
Fair enough. I back that sort of nonsense.
I'm not buying an Xbox One.
Look at the art.
Whatever. Yeah, it's a nice CG, man.
Very, very arty.
Louis, you'll be pleased to know that I've moved your name so everyone can see your Twitter at now.
Thank you.
Because he's wearing black again.
I'm never gonna not be wearing black. You've got to learn this.
Was that a power glove?
Oh yeah, this is a fucking Halo game.
Yeah, it is.
They got a big Nintendo power glove on MasterChef.
I must remind myself.
It's Greg Wallace.
It's Greg Wallace.
Imagine the scenes.
Still cannot rise on its own.
I would play Halo if it was Greg Wallace.
Same, I can't even act like I wouldn't.
I don't know, like this little area, this big cylinder looks kind of cool. That they're all in.
I love this cylinder, guys.
Yeah, that's the selling point of this game. It's like
this is my favourite cylinder on the Xbox.
I apologise if I've got a massive spot. Let's literally just pop. So I may be dabbing my face.
Man. No way.
Periodically here. I apologise everyone.
I don't know if you
it says
saw
Master
on
Chief.
YouTube. On Twitter, sorry. There's a picture of the Halo Infinite box art, and in Master Chief's visor, it's just reflected the bug snacks.
Oh, that would be. I would. Yeah.
Halo Infinite.
I'll play that. It just.
What? Are they releasing a demo?
It says press whatever button that is to start demo, so I guess.
Oh, that's when it's coming out. Jesus Christ, it's like 500 years from now.
The best bit about that is, though, that they're going to support the Xbox for that long. So, it's an investment now buying an Xbox Series X.
This isn't happening. I'm going to have to make an emergency landing.
I don't know who this dude is, by the way.
Adam, is there literally anything that would make you buy a Master Chief game?
You can't fucking ask me this, because last time when you asked me this, it was Assassin's Creed, and then I said that if they put Final Fantasy in it, I'd buy it. They put Final Fantasy in Assassin's Creed, and I didn't fucking buy it. So, so I don't know.
Anything. Weird. Are you even listening? I count 3 anti-aircraft cannons. 3 what? You'll be safe here. Oh, I'll be safe. Safe? I haven't been safe since I found you. I found you, remember? You were out there on your own, and you'd still be out there if it wasn't for me. I
think these are. Is this a cutscene we've seen before? Because I recognise.
I've not seen this. I have not seen this cutscene before.
I sort of vaguely recognise something here. Maybe it was from their reveal. They had a little teaser of this, but I don't know if it was this. If you know what I mean, because I don't recognise the talking.
Right, I don't know who this guy is, but he's kind of doing my head in. He's kind of annoying, to be honest. Like, if the guy's just up in fucking Master Chief's grill, just making these demands, and I'm like, what's going on?
You're like, bruv, John
555
or whatever.
10 foot taller than him as well.
Why is he stepping to John 757 or whatever his name is, and he's like 8 foot tall, bruv? Come now, he'll punch you once and you're dead.
He's so big.
Yeah,
Why
literally.
Is he so big?
Space Marine, isn't it?
I guess.
Oh look, it's the AR.
It's the Halos.
Fucking, the worst thing is, right, other than it getting prettier, like, this could just be Halo 1 for me, because they use the same gun.
It feels
just...
like it is. That's the worst part, because it feels like it is. This is how it starts off as well. Like, you start off in a spaceship, and then this is sort of the first, like, rather open area is like on the Halo rings where you've got to like sort of travel and get people and stuff. So it does feel like that's just a repeat of that.
But wasn't there a big hubbub about the last one?
Map.
Like, didn't they try to do something a bit different with the last one? And like, I don't know the details obviously, but from what I remember, they tried to do something a little bit different, maybe away from Master Chief. And
To
there
me,
was like a
just
big
looks like a prettier Halo Reach.
Halo Reach. Is
Okay.
a shout.
I like this. I like this.
Is that a bad thing,
I like this map. This I do kind of like.
Yeah.
I have no opinion. Also,
Now, this is what I mean. Like, I'm interested, like, because from what I remember, there was a mild hubbub about them trying to do something perhaps a little bit different away from Master Chief. This is what I remember, but I didn't play it, so I don't really know. And then now they're like, look, it's the Master Chief again, and it's like, okay, cool. Which isn't a bad thing, but like, yeah.
Yeah, it's because when they tried to do something that wasn't, oh, Master Chief, then they were like, oh, this is kind of a flop and it didn't sell really well.
Was the last one where like it had that other dude, where there were two of them, was Master Chief
Yeah,
and there was
Spartan
another guy?
Locke.
That's one. I was gonna call him Locke, but I wasn't sure.
Wasn't Spartan Locke also in another Halo game, like Reach or ODST or some nonsense?
Oh, he was in Halo 5 and that's it.
Okay.
I think.
So-
Yeah, it was introduced. I mean, they gave him like a whole lot of backstory and stuff, but they didn't really feature him much apart from that.
Fair enough.
Halo's alright. I just wish it was a horse that they'd stop beating.
I mean, yeah, a little bit. I like the theme song though.
It's kind of like the only and the biggest franchise Microsoft has, though.
It's the only franchise. It's the only video game franchise Microsoft has.
I mean, they have Gears of War, which they're still beating to death as well.
Yeah, but I would say, like, I feel like Halo's probably had a bit more of a cultural impact
I
than
agree with
Gears
that.
of War
I agree with
by a fucking colossal amount.
I mean, Halo had a cultural impact on Gears of War. Like, the only reason Gears of War exists is because Halo exists. That may not be
This is me
100%.
being a guy who actually likes Gears of War, but at the same time, I do appreciate that it is fucking dumb and stupid.
I don't think that's bad. Do you know what it is? That's sort of what I want to see from this, right? Not Halo specifically, it's just whatever. But like the Xbox thing in general is some new creative stuff, because they do rely a little bit too heavily on Halo and Gears of War, a little bit.
Well, it's all they have. It's like, yeah. To be fair, Microsoft, they need to get out. They need to come out with some new IPs. They need to just start like putting some, like, you know, they need to sort of start separating their eggs a little bit, just into new IPs. Like whether they work or not, it's fine. If they don't work, just try it again. Just make another one, because I feel like they'd have a much much larger, like that. Yeah, I mean, they're like one of the richest companies on earth, right?
Yeah.
Like,
There's Blinks the Time Sweeper too.
Give me not Command and Conquer. Conquer's Bad Fur Day.
Yes.
Conker's Bad Fur Day was quality.
I mean, it is about time they did something with that Banjo-Kazooie license they've got hanging around.
Yeah,
You know the amount of
they
people
just
who want
picked that up.
Banjo?
They just bought Rare, didn't they?
Yeah.
They bought Rare, and then since then, they basically said, Rare, you can do like a couple of games and then go fuck off and do some Kinect
Yeah.
games.
Do you know what pisses me off about? You remember Rare Replay that came out for the Xbox One?
Yeah.
I bought it. GoldenEye wasn't on it.
Yeah, because not. Oh,
That's
A,
tricky,
I'm
though.
gonna say this. GoldenEye's trash for a start. But B, yeah, it's because of the licenses, isn't it?
Yeah, it's because EA owns the license to GoldenEye now, so they couldn't really do it, unfortunately.
I wish I could tell you it was difficult, but it wasn't.
Is that a character that exists, Louis?
We are one step
It is a person.
No, I mean someone that you recognise, or just, I mean, is that real?
Soon, the auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will of Atriarchs.
Of Atriarchs.
Sure.
Those were the subtitles that I got.
He reminds me a bit of what was the big general in Gears of War 1?
General Ram.
Yeah, the one you face at the end.
Yes.
Reminds me a bit of him.
I see that.
Does look like him.
It's my last fight.
I think he looks like an orc, to be fair. Just have to see like an orc. but
Well,
he's
that's
from
what the brutes
God of
are,
War.
aren't they? The brutes are just basically orcs.
Oh, yeah, okay. Fair enough. I don't know.
Set a fire in your heart, Spartan. Bear your fang.
Right, this dialogue's going on for too long already.
A little bit.
Like,
It's all right animation though.
dialogue is sometimes can be too long, people.
Ranger. Especially if it's a trailer. If it's a trailer for a game, you're trying to build hype. I mean, maybe that really worked for people. I don't know. I'm definitely not the right person to say whether that worked or not.
Yeah, sure.
But you know.
I mean, to me, it looks proper basic run-of-the-mill Halo stuff.
I'm incredibly
I agree. I have played Halo games. I've played a few of them, and to me, it just looks like Halo. So I'm sure that works for some people, but I think there's a reason why Halo's been out of the conversation for a long while now.
Oh, they've just said it's the most ambitious campaign they've ever created. I'm not sure.
Larger than our last two Halo games combined.
Yeah, I mean, they mean by size there is what he's saying.
Yeah, because wasn't that like some next little bit open worldy nonsense there? Not open world in the traditional sense, but like in the sense of like, I don't know, Last of Us 2, for example, where you get to a moment and there's a lot of bit you can explore a bit, but not like, it's not GTA.
We look forward to sharing even more about Halo
Yeah, no.
in the coming months, including the first look at multiplayer. And now, please enjoy.
That's what he
glimpse
means.
of
He
what
means
others
it's
in
just
the
big,
Xbox Game Studios family have been working on.
Whatever.
Well, the campaign. I mean, the game might be. The campaign. No, I don't think that's very ambitious. I feel like it's gonna be pretty basic, and it's just gonna be formulaic and what people already like.
Well, they got to resuscitate Halo after last time a little bit, so.
I don't think that's enough, and I don't think it's been enough for the last like 4 entries, basically.
Mm.
Oh look, person who's making a bow.
My brain is
I don't
still
know what
out.
it is. I have no clue.
Alright, Jesus.
I know, right?
Jesus.
That was something.
That was a lot, wasn't it?
I wasn't expecting her to just scream at me.
I was about to say it looks like Tomb Raider, and then she started screaming. I was like, oh, maybe not. She's angry.
But it really looks like Tomb Raider. That's all she does for the first like 3 hours of the game.
What?
When she dies.
That's a killer day. What?
I'll just kill 20 dudes and be fine with it.
Yeah. I agree. It does look a bit like Tomb Raider, but that's probably because there's a woman and she has a bow of some kind, and she's in the wilderness.
If this is an asymmetric multiplayer game, I'm going to laugh.
Is this Microsoft's Horizon Zero Dawn?
Is this Evolve 2?
Oh god, I can't believe it. I would hate that. That would be the worst.
Hey, up.
Zombies!
It's a... State of Decay.
Right, Squire, how you doing?
Squire
Fucking
banged
hell,
it
he
out.
was right!
Squire banged it out. Literally the second he said it as
Right,
well.
Squire. State of Decay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Mate, whoever the 3D animation studios are who have been making all of the transitions for every single one of these type showcases must be rolling in it. Rolling in it.
They are very similar, aren't they? They're really similar.
Like the PlayStation ones were all the same sort of thing. Whoever's there is probably gone, yeah, we'll make it move like this and do that. Let's make bare money, bro. They must be balling.
I bet it cost literally very little to make.
Yeah, probably. And yet,
yeah.
Xbox Game Pass
yeah.
is the best way to discover.
I tell you what, right?
And we want you to be
I'm
able
sort
to
of low-key
experience
tempted
as
on
many
Xbox
great
Game
games
Pass.
as
I will say
possible.
that.
So
Game Pass is sick
members,
though.
It's
Like
a
Game
cool-
Pass is really good.
play
It's a really good
every
offer.
game you see today, from your
It is.
subscription or free to play.
And especially as I was looking
These
at my
games will look
I was thinking about
and
getting
play
it for my
best
PC as well,
on Xbox
which
Series
doesn't have as
X,
many as the Xbox
delivering
itself,
unmatched
but it still
fidelity,
means I could have like a lot of their
performance,
first-party stuff the day
precision,
it comes out,
and
which is
immersion.
kind of cool.
And we've designed
Yeah.
the most
Especially if you go and buy an Xbox One,
next-generation console.
not an Xbox Series
And
X,
we've
just an
built
Xbox One
state-of-the-art
and
platform
Game Pass.
technology
You probably
throughout
just have every
development.
Xbox Series X game that will come out for the next 2 years.
One studio that has
For free
always
or
pushed the
£1
limits of
a
our
month?
hardware is Turn 10.
Oh yeah, for how much
And
it
they're early in
costs or whatever.
development.
Driving
Next
games.
It's very cheap.
Yes,
And
let's get some
Xbox Series
cars.
X is bringing
Cars.
Fucking
closer
cars!
to their dream
Cars,
of
boys.
unprecedented
Oh, look at that.
with ray tracing
Whoa.
and native 4K
Look at
resolution
that.
Do you think?
at 60
Do you
frames
think
per second.
if they added the
trailer
cars
you're
from
about to
Cars
see is
in
captured
Forza,
I'd be very
it would
interested.
be better?
in engine.
Well, they had the Lego bits, which were cool in the last one.
World
Oh yeah, they did a Lego Forza, didn't they? I
Yeah,
remember
hang
that.
on.
That was cool.
So get me my Lego Lightning McQueen. I want him. I want the
Lightning
Rusty boy,
McQueen.
whatever he's called. I just know Lightning McQueen's name.
The Rusty boy.
Be right back. I've just got to hop out for a minute.
Cool. The Rusty boy.
Yeah,
you
no
know what I mean?
worries, mate. No worries.
The Rusty boy.
The
one
Rusty
who's- the
boy.
one who's like
Oh,
a-
is it Mater? Mater?
I've never watched it. I just know Lightning McQueen. He's the Rusty truck guy.
Yeah. I think he's called Mater. I know. I haven't seen the. No, I have seen it. I think it was fucking awful.
Sure.
But I vaguely remember bits of it. I know who Lightning McQueen is, and I know that there was a truck boy.
I want them
There's
to.
a blue one.
Yeah. I want them to put Rusty Boy in, and then me to be able to beat a Ferrari in the Rusty Boy. That's what I want.
Sounds about right. I want to just put Mario Kart in Forza.
Yeah. But the little Mario
So like
Kart.
everyone's in their
remote
big
control
Forza
ones.
racing cars, and you just throw in like turtles at them.
The little Mario Kart
Right.
remote control ones you can buy in the
What
shops.
did I miss?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Cars.
Cars. Okay.
Cars drove.
Okay.
Here we go. Rare.
Okay.
Oh, it's the thing that they announced.
Ever
Yeah, I
something.
remember this.
Ooh.
Don't remember the name of it, but it looked really cool. It looked really pretty.
It's a lot of
Our
blood.
world has a rhythm. We all sense it. But only a few truly feel it. It is found in the smallest moments.
Already not massive on this art style already. It's got to be said.
I like it. I think it's cool.
Yeah,
But
quite
I like
it as well.
weird.
The
I like these kind of
symmetry
art styles. I think.
ritual.
Yeah, same. It's weird because it's not quite the generic style that it could be. It looks a little bit
Yeah.
more different.
I agree. It kind of looks like it could be very generic very quickly, but yeah.
It teaches us to look beyond the expected.
Oh my
thing
god!
is a very
It's a,
strange-
it's a
Ugh.
big frog.
It vomited out smaller
It's a big
frogs.
frog.
Light in dark places. To seek
It reminds me a bit. Louis, did you play Invisible Ink?
I did not know.
It reminds me a bit of the art style
and
from that.
to
isn't it?
stand watch
Ah.
over our world.
This guy's like nice, just what I wanted to see.
We all want frogs vomiting other
Our
frogs.
world has a rhythm.
That's my favourite bit about frogs,
We
that they
all sense
sometimes
it.
vomit other frogs.
But only a few truly feel it.
Hey, up.
This is just Princess Mononoke, the game.
See, in my head, it's like Monster Hunter.
Everwild, that's the one. Everwild.
I knew it was Ever something. Well, I'm still
I think it looks
interested.
pretty. I
I
think
don't know
it's
what
cool.
it is, but I'm still interested. I'm a bit concerned.
Everwild
It's
will give to you
it's a bit
magical and
multiplayer, but still.
untamed natural world for you to explore and to
Ah,
just
it's Louise
truly
O'Connor.
lose yourself in. It's a place to be eternal. And eternal has the gift to sense and feel how magic flows through nature and connects.
One word that
every
should go with
living
eternal.
thing. The team here
What?
at Rare are so
Dude.
excited to be working
Yeah.
on something like Everwild. And I hope you're excited too.
Game of
But
the
I
year
just wanna
2020.
take this opportunity to say
Very different. No, that's Bugsnax.
That's Bugsnax.
This is a very different kind of style to Doom, I think.
You think?
No, it's same vibe.
Yeah, slightly.
Already growing around this game. Thank you.
It's going to have
A
an
little
industrial
less
metal.
rip and tear.
It's going to be that with, but it's what we just saw, but with an industrial metal soundtrack. It's going to be great.
Whoa.
It's Don't Nod.
The Don't Nod thing, yeah. Tell me why?
I can't remember the name of it, but sure.
There's 2 of them in development, but I think this is the Tell Me Why one.
It doesn't matter that they
Don't Nod. Okay. I'll make sure.
I almost made the same joke where you said "Tell me why," and I was like, "Well, because it's this about your because it looks like none of their games."
Looks like Life is Strange, yeah.
But with
But slightly
better,
prettier.
yeah.
that they kept us apart.
Brother,
I think that as well. Like it just like the way the characters are
Finding the truth.
animated and the way the art style looks, it just looks like Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this just gives me instant Life is Strange vibes.
They have they're very set in this one art style.
Yeah.
This very one vibe. That
Like
they
this
have.
is slightly
Which
different.
I'm not complaining about. I
Like-
quite like it, but it's
Yeah, this is slightly more high fidelity than the last art style. I guess a bit
Just
less
looks
cell shaded
better.
or whatever, but it is still looks
see or hear something really emotional.
very them.
I don't think it's a problem. I just think it's
Everything we thought we knew about Marianne just
an
got thrown
interesting
out the
point to
window.
notice.
She loved you. She attacked you. We both saw it.
I thought coming here would be closing a chapter of our lives.
Who's the voice actor for the guy?
Nothing good comes from
I
storing
didn't
old
recognise
memories.
Yeah, I didn't recognise it either.
We don't really have a choice about that.
I think they've announced it, but I don't.
Either way, I can't say I'm a massive fan.
Did you like Life is Strange?
No, I didn't like Life is Strange.
Fair enough.
Tell me why.
I suspect my
Don't tell
vibe
me
will
why.
probably be yeah. Don't tell me why. I suspect it will be very
August.
similar to Life of Strange vibe-wise. You know.
I liked the first
That
Life
was
is Strange. I
that was
never played the
popular.
second.
Let's make a very hyper-produced AAA version of this game.
Hey everyone, my name is
Hey!
Daniel. I'm the co-founder
Hello.
of
Hey,
Videogames.
look at us, we're cool.
Today we're very excited to tell you that
I
we're
really like
working
this
on
game.
a very, very special version of Ori and the Will of the Wisps, specifically for Xbox
Okay.
Series X. We are now
So
at a
they're
time where we can reach levels of fidelity and frame
remastering
rates
the
previously
second
Oh
Ori.
no, is it going to be the next Skyrim?
An already gorgeous game like Ori
Maybe.
can now run at
Squire says, I'm gonna buy Tell Me Why just to hold up to
in
people
full
who
4K
say they hate
HDR
something.
in its highest
Tell me why.
quality, delivering unprecedented game feel with
I'm interested in
seamless
it.
animation,
I am interested in
super
it.
crisp, sharp
But I really like
It's
Life is
Ori,
Strange.
but it's in 120 frames per
which is
second
so
instead of
important
60.
For the tight and precise platforming
I'm
feel.
sorry, but I don't believe any console can
We
fucking
can
run that
also
properly.
boost the immersion in
Why?
the
It's just
spaces
2D,
in
it's
our
not that deep.
world by using
Yeah, Ori's
premium
not like crazily
that were
graphically.
previously
If they were like,
just
oh, here's the new Halo, it's in 120 frames per second, I'd be like, yeah, no, that's not happening. But Ori, I can imagine, it's a game designed for Xbox One after all.
Even these filmed bits are in 30.
Yeah, but that's
Wow.
because you have a
I
stream.
mean, this is YouTube, and yeah, it's...
That's why they had to, just to show you the difference, they had to slow it down, just so you could show the actual frames. Because it's on a stream, so you'd be like, oh, okay, well, I can't really see anything.
So Ori's coming again to Xbox X, I guess. What the fucking hell it's called?
Xbox Series X. It doesn't surprise me. I mean, Ori only just came out, so they can't
They
really
did,
show the next Ori or whatever, you know.
Is this,
Oh, is this the-
what's it?
Yeah, that game with the
This one. I can't remember what's called.
The Outer Worlds, not the Outer
I was
Wilds.
gonna say,
Outer
say
Worlds.
Otherworld, but that's not a thing.
And it's not the Outer Wilds, it's Outer Worlds.
sordid stopover.
So I'm assuming this is just DLC and not like a remake or a sequel.
And
Yeah,
scandalous strangers.
Greetings, attractive patron. You are looking down.
I never did any of us
I
play
still need
that.
to play this. I haven't played it yet, but I really
Louis,
wanted
did you?
to.
They wanted us to develop a miracle drug. Can put you on the
Louis,
wrong
did you play
side
it?
of a gun.
no.
No, I want to, but I just don't got around to it.
Or this thing.
I'm surprised because you're a really big fan of like Fallout and this kind of game.
Yeah.
I am, but it feels a little bit too silly.
Intrigue.
Well, the problem is that I've played games like Borderlands, which turns not being funny into an art form. So obviously,
yeah, Borderlands 2 is funny, and Tales from the Borderlands.
Borderlands 2 is funny. I think
like
Borderlands
2. I wouldn't say Borderlands 2 is hilarious. It was kind of funny. It was kind of funny.
I wouldn't say hilarious.
Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 is just straight up unfunny.
Yeah,
Like, it's just not.
But
funny.
that's just them doing 2 again, isn't it? Tales from the Borderlands is good. That's funny.
Tales from the Borderlands is really good.
Yeah, surprisingly so.
If you're waiting.
I couldn't. I don't know. I tried to get invested in Tales of the Borderlands, but couldn't really stick with it for longer than an hour.
Then wait for Cyberpunk.
What?
But if you're ready for the smallest.
Why? I knew there'd be spiders. What? There's always bloody spiders.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Yeah.
From Obsidian Entertainment, the makers of
what
games
is this?
That are nothing like this one.
The makers of games that are nothing like this one.
A Bug's Life 2.
Summer. Strive together to thrive together. Or just feed your friend to the spiders.
It's not difficult. Goodness sake! Every single time.
I love that you're such a little bitch, Charlie. It's brilliant.
Sake. Stop.
Don't worry, Squire is on your side.
Thank you, Squire.
Don't worry. There was a battle toad there as well. Grounded. July 28th? What?
Yeah, that's pretty soon actually.
That's like next week.
For something I hadn't heard of before now.
It's something we do every day when we come to the office. And we
oh yes, this copyright-free music. I know this.
It's the first
I know this song.
together with our friends.
Squire says squish them, Charlie. This is, I guess, advice.
No.
Kill them, burn them, smash them, send them to hell.
I just run away and get my.
I've not got our stream up, and I should probably do that.
On how to tell an
Fine. I've got chat up anyway. Don't worry.
Yeah, I got chat up as
now,
well.
what's great is that you're going to be able to play the game.
Yeah, but got a boost of viewing numbers, haven't we?
Boost of views. Watch us, so it looks like we've got lots of people watching us.
Yeah.
It really, it
If
just
you've been
does.
wondering, we have been working on that next big Obsidian RPG. Check this out.
Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Next big RPG.
I swear to God, if this has a bloody spider in it, I'm gonna be fuming.
It's just Spider-Man, but it's all men that are spiders and not Spider-Man.
War never changes.
Okay, it's looking kind of like Dragon Age-y Lord of the Rings. We got this sort of shit going on.
Bloody hell, Obsidian are doing bits, aren't they?
They are, to be fair. They got 3 games in development at once. Pretty
no,
crazy.
Squire, I don't want that. I don't want 8-Legged Freaks to game.
8-Legged Freaks.
I've seen
Is
that
there
film.
not already an 8-Legged Freaks video game?
I don't think there was. It was very.
Have you seen the film, Charlie?
Yeah.
I reckon
It's
you'd
a
love it.
Do you know what the worst thing is about that
Fucking
film?
shit.
I watched that film before I was scared of spiders.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's post
Was that what made you scared of spiders?
No, what made me scared of spiders was rewatching Harry Potter 2.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Ooh, it's a first-person Skyrim-y thing. But I guess
cool.
more dark fantasy than Skyrim is.
It looks like. Do you remember that Deep Down game that Capcom announced that the PS4 launch?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Deep Down. Avowed? Avowed, I think.
Oh wow, there you go.
Yes.
Alright, I'm not a fan of that title. No,
And it's a shit title. But,
Yeah, it's an awful
game looks
title.
okay. Game could be good.
Yeah, I think the game looks okay as well.
Interested.
These transitions, I actually don't like these transitions. They're just too gauche.
Yeah. The green is a very like gauche color. It's a lot in it.
Yeah.
This is the exclusive as well. This will be one of the exclusives, isn't it?
Yeah, because Obsidian got boughted by the Xbox men.
It did get bolted. You're right.
To take full advantage of the power of Xbox Series X.
That's interesting. That's interesting that they would show a big exclusive RPG and go, here we go. It's got a shit name, but it looks like
I'm
Skyrim.
excited to announce our work with Interior Night, a new studio led by some of the most talented storytellers in our industry. Let's meet Caroline Marshall, studio head of Interior Night, to debut their original game.
I appreciate the fact they're not wasting any time. They're just getting.
Bonjour, I'm Caroline
It is good.
from Interior
It is
Night.
good.
Our team is
I
really
just
passionate
wasn't expecting the French.
Yeah, it was like London. Bonjour. And I was
Here
like,
we are.
what? Who? What?
London, bonjour.
London, bonjour.
to experience their fears, their hopes, their conflicts firsthand. And in the process, you learn more about yourself. And this is quite
I learned that I don't like spiders still.
Our first game
Bonjour,
spans
then
30
English.
years in the American Southwest. It's a story about family, resilience, and
I'm just gonna say this. I like her hair.
most of all,
That's just all I've got to say on that.
Fucking creep.
Oh, sorry.
It's not
I
bad.
just wanted to
It's
put
not
that out.
bad
It's a
hair.
decent hairdo. It's a decent
in a
do.
world they don't fit in.
Decent do.
I hope you enjoyed the trailer.
Also, my friend Luke has that jacket, but that's another time for a sorry.
But you didn't like the
You
jacket.
calling your
so
mate
it's
out
fine.
on stream.
It's a fine jacket. Her hair is better than his though.
Fortune, fortune, smile and fade. I
Ooh,
haven't seen
art style.
you much of late. I need you now, cannot wait, but when I look, you're not
We have an interesting art style.
We were on
Hold
our
up,
way
hold
to
up.
start a new life that summer. For our family, it was just a stopover.
Oh, it's like David Cage games.
It's like David Cage games.
It was the end of the
I
road.
was gonna call one out, but then I went blank.
On the ground, now!
The sun went down on all of us that day.
Oh, it's gonna go.
Was it fate?
It doesn't really work when it's in like 2D,
It was a long forgotten
2D like images, cardboard cutouts essentially.
I really
I hope
appreciate.
the whole game is cardboard cutouts.
I appreciate now we're doing these on video because it meant we could both do that exact dumb joke at the same
I
time.
know, right?
All my life.
I hope that
I've
the
been
whole
scared
game
of
is cardboard
shadows.
cutouts
But now,
with sometimes
I'm
hair that
finally ready to
moves.
step into the light. I got your letters.
As dusk falls.
We run out of good names for games. I feel like we've run out of good names.
Yeah. We have no more.
Just
good
use them
games.
all. We've just used them
All of
all.
our projects,
We have.
including Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, which
So
we
I guess
announced
Hellblade
at the
now?
Game Awards back in December. An incredible 3.5 million players have now experienced Senua's story in Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. We're excited to start giving you an insight into what comes next for our Celtic warrior, an experience that we'll be building in Unreal Engine 5 for Xbox Series X and PC. I'm happy to reveal today that
Don't
Senua's
like his
Saga
hair.
will be set in the beautiful country.
Don't
He's
like
gonna.
that.
It's like shade. He look. It makes his head's
The way he
a funny shape.
shaved it, it's like got a weird,
You can
slightly
find out
weird
more
shaped
about
head.
our location scouting.
It's,
and
yeah,
how
it's
we
because his
discover
head's gonna.
the
He's got like a
history of
dent in his head up there.
It's very
brand new
So it
tight.
doesn't
behind-the-scenes
really.
development diagram, which you can view straight
That
after the
doesn't
show
look like
on
Iceland.
Ninja
Where's
Theory.
the chicken nuggets? Ha 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 ha. You're welcome.
£1 pizza.
You're welcome,
It's
everyone.
not that.
I bring the comedy.
I bring the chuckles.
It's been so touching to see the impact that Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice has had on so many players, and we're incredibly thankful to all of the
Played
fans
it.
that have been part
It wasn't.
of
I
Senua's
didn't
story
think it was
so far.
interesting.
And we're
I
excited
haven't
for
played
you
it.
to be
A lot of people
part
really
the
loved it though, which is fair.
from here on out.
I haven't played it
Loads of
either, but I
people
feel
really
like
liked
I'd be into it, but I haven't played it yet.
Mm.
I'm planning to, but I just haven't got round to it.
Duh.
Oh, this is Psychonauts. Psychonauts 2. Let's go.
Oh, is it Psychonauts 2? Yeah.
Double fine up.
Oh, Depth, yeah.
Feels very, it feels
See
very
the
double
fine
fine,
guys,
doesn't
huh?
it?
It could be Muppets. Shit, we got Jack Black. Jack Black and Tim Schafer are the same person, but now we've seen them together in the same room. It doesn't make sense.
Whoa!
Probably been a long time since you've had a visitor. I hope you don't mind pop-ins.
Psychonauts is just a cool idea.
It is a cool idea.
Where are
It
we?
really is.
And it's a platformer.
Yeah.
I have never played the first one.
Did you not?
No.
It's very dated now. In that it's a 3D platformer of its time that isn't the highest budget one either, so it's sort of it struggles a little bit, but it's still very good and the ideas shine through.
It totally passed me by. I don't know why. It just did.
That's fair.
Back in the day.
So I'd rather see less of Jack Black singing and more of just the gameplay trailer.
I only don't know about that because I like Jack Black.
He's got a great beard. I'm now just going to judge everyone's hair throughout this entire thing. That's my new thing, I think.
That's fair. Oh, it's upside down.
Like, that's the thing. I'm not a fan. Like, I enjoy like the real psychedelic visuals, but then just being torn away from that just to look at Jack Black's face for a minute.
Sure, I know.
Is he not part of the psychedelic visuals?
Not really. He's just a bloke, isn't he?
He's just a man.
He is a man.
He's our bloke.
He is our bloke.
Illuminati! Bloody confirmed! The bloody confirmed!
They confirmed it! I didn't think it was going to be confirmed on the Xbox Games Showcase, but yet here we are, with unequivocal proof of the Illuminati's existence.
We've done it, guys. We've done it. Okay.
Yes, boys. The worst thing is that's probably
So
just going to be
weird.
one world from the game.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things I really like about.
Oh, is
I like
transition
about-
again?
I know. That's one of the things I really like about the first one, is that like each mind you go into, which are essentially the worlds you go to, are like very different look, like them different sort of things going on. So that's probably just one of them. Also, her title is head of Xbox partnerships and ecosystem.
From the largest publishers to the smallest independent developers. To bring you the
Here's my hair
broadest
update. Very shiny. I'm impressed by the shininess of the
There's
hair.
one developer in particular.
That is true.
Doing
It's very
bits.
shiny.
Graphically, but in
Just
history
respect it.
too. I'm thrilled to announce that this
Oh.
fall, our friends at Bungie will bring
It's too
Destiny
human.
2
Wait,
to
what?
Xbox Series X
Yes.
and Xbox Game Pass. If you are one of the
Give me
more
some
than
of
10
this.
million Game
Oh,
Pass
it's Destiny,
subscribers,
right? Okay.
you also
You already have
get
it.
to all current Destiny 2 expansions.
You
starting
literally have it
For Game Pass
on
Ultimate
PC.
members, Destiny 2 will also be playable on mobile from the cloud.
Fair enough.
Later
That's
this
cool.
On mobile.
Bungie will also release
I want to play Destiny on my mobile.
I don't know how well that'll work, but it's interesting.
optimized for Xbox Series
Louis
X.
losing it.
4K resolution running at
Louis having a
60
panic
frames
attack.
per second.
Dude, if I can grind for stuff at Destiny like at breaks, dude.
Yeah, but how else is it going to work? Nothing streaming to mobile has ever worked that well. I mean, we'll see. I guess this is a great test subject.
Terrible things.
It is.
Louis, is Destiny 2 free on PC?
Every moment brings them closer.
Yeah.
It's time to step
The base game campaign and the first two small expansions are free.
Right. Just letting Louis take all this in.
I really like this.
He's. I can just see it.
Oh,
in his
hang on.
eyes, the concentration.
Oh my god, there's gonna be a new subclass. Gonna be ice.
Ah, okay, this is new. Fair enough.
No, there's like 3 subclasses already, like Arc, which is electric, Solar, which is like fire, and Void, which is like, I don't know what you'd call it.
Sure. And now they've got ice, which is cool.
They've gone beyond the light.
This
The light
Destiny
is
2
behind
that
them.
You can play any way you want thanks to
They have.
Xbox
What do you reckon she does as part of her ecosystem job title? Do you reckon she's just out here growing
She shouts at
plants?
people.
Shouts at people, sure, yeah. In my head, I was
Shouts
thinking,
at people.
Do it! Do some work!
I was thinking more like a sort of like she's out here growing trees and stuff, and then you're like she's just giving out.
fresh
She might just be in charge of moving plants around the office. This one goes here. This one goes over there.
I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm head of ecosystem.
Head of ecosystems. Thank you very much.
You very
I
much.
can put plants wherever I like.
I'm going to put the plant over here now. I've changed the ecosystem.
Console launch exclusive. Interesting.
Which means it's third party.
Maybe. Is it Call of Duty 4?
It could also be, you know, Secret World Legends.
Metro.
Could also be Call of Duty 4
Secret World Legends. Was that MMO?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was a deep cut, bro. I think it's Metro. That's my guess.
It's the one that he plays.
But you play that?
Well, one of the ones that he plays.
Yeah, I play. That's one of the ones I play.
Is it any good? I've always thought it was just trash, but I don't know.
It is the best dead game.
Oh sure, okay, that's fair.
I will say that it is the best dead game. It's kind of fun. Like when speccing into abilities in that game, it's actually kind of fun.
Fair enough. I'll take your word for it because I'm never going to play it, but I'll take your word for it.
You can play D2 with the lads.
With the boys. Lads.
You're one of us.
Listen, you've already got me to download Valorant. I don't know if you can get me to download a second game.
It's free! Come on, dude, it's free!
Yeah, that's not good. That's just proof to me that I don't want it.
All free games are bad, right?
Yeah.
The weird alien thing freaked me out.
What is
this? Really?
I'm intrigued.
I don't know. We don't know yet.
Is it Metro?
I own Metro Exodus, but I've not played it.
Oh, it's a Stalker.
Stalker.
I see why they said console exclusive now, because the PC boys are going to be so excited for their Stalker.
Yes.
You're a PC boy, Charlie.
Another console launch exclusive.
So I can say it, Louis. Because I play my games on the ultimate way to play PCs. Look at it in all its beauty. This is how. Look at it. It's on because it's currently plugged into my PC.
I've got to clutch my Logitech mouse with.
Listen, just play the superior way to play your games, Louis. Just get your Xbox 360 plugged in. Come on.
Don't you call it superior, dickhead?
I got a more powerful PC than you. I can say these things. This is the pecking order. I am the PC master race person here today.
Right, you've got a more powerful GPU. You've got a better GPU, to be fair, but it's like
Warhammer.
Is that what this is?
It had a thing on it that said Warhammer, unless that's a different game company.
Oh yeah, this is Warhammer. These are Imperial Guards.
Okay, see, I don't know these things. I don't pay enough attention. Vermintide 3? I don't know.
No, these are like Dark
Tide. It's a tide.
Yeah, you were close.
Yeah, they'll be killing plague. It'll be like Imperial Guard against plague zombies.
Louis, I've got a more powerful PC than you, therefore I am the PC master race person on this podcast.
How have you got a more powerful PC
the
than
better way to play PC games.
Another console exclusive launch.
How can I prove
launch exclusive?
How can I prove it to you, Louis? Because I want to prove it to you.
This is a realistic game.
Me when Pez comes out. Me playing PC games.
Yeah. It is. It definitely is.
Mate, have you got this shit? Like, look at the amount of RGB.
Yeah, you got more RGB, but I've also got a lit up keyboard, bro.
You've definitely got G.
I've got G. I've got a G. For the Xbox, I'm also wearing green.
Charlie has more G.
I am a G, bro.
Also, I need to figure out if I can change the colour of my RGB.
See, you don't even know.
I know I can't. I want just red.
If this is a game, they need to hurry up and show. It's Tetris, but with images of you when you're playing it.
It's Tetris, but with people.
It's Tetris.
It's like Slave. Oh, do you remember Slave Tetris?
What was that Tetris called?
No, I don't remember Slave Tetris.
Oh wait, hang on, I do. That was that.
Do you remember Slave Tetris?
It was that. Wasn't it that? What do you call it? Game, the browser game.
It was like a Steam Greenlight game.
That was it.
One of the mini games was Slave Tetris, and it was brilliant.
I don't know if brilliant's the way you should word that, Louis.
Okay, maybe not brilliant.
Tetris Effect connected.
That's what
so
I'm
it's
trying to
Tetris Effect, but the multiplayer mode isn't as good as Tetris 100 and has pictures of you while you're playing it on it.
Tetris 99.
Which I'm not comfortable with. Another launch title.
Ooh!
Greatest of Steam Worlds.
Hello. I'll be playing this with a controller on my PC.
Oh.
This is the kind of game you should play with a controller on
Enjoy
your
your less accurate inputs.
I will. I'll enjoy being better. Okay, this is different from what I usually do. Have either of you two played any of the Steam World games?
No.
Louis?
No.
Bro.
No, man. Ouch! What the?
She got a lot. Ooh, her hand is sucking up.
I thought she would have
body.
punched it.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Your boy's into this. Your boy's feeling it.
That's cool.
It seems quite basic so far, but
yeah, I don't know how fun it'll be. Is what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But
I like the visuals are cool.
Yeah, I agree.
I like the visuals a lot. The visuals are really cool.
It's another angry frog.
Fucking frogs everywhere.
It's better than spiders.
Angie Frog.
Angie Frog.
Mm.
The successful follow-up to Angie Birds. The Gunk.
The Gunk.
The Gunk. I'm into it.
Okay.
I'm into it.
The Gunk. That is a name.
We'll see where it goes.
Is it?
Another one? Fucking hell.
Bloomber.
What?
Why do
Is
I
that
know that?
Bloober?
Bloober. Yeah, I know that name. Why do I know that name?
I don't know. These visuals though.
The moth teleported. The moth is dead.
It got bigger. And then got smaller, I guess. I tried to cut myself off, but the voices, it wouldn't stop calling out to me.
Hello! You there? Gooey! What do you want? Listen. Come here. I need help moving this fridge.
Oh, she's running from Summit.
Dude with a gun.
Big plows.
Oh my god, she got clapped.
She got clapped.
That's when Childish Gambino comes on screen. This is America.
Oh, it's this thing. It's that horror thing, isn't it? That horror thing
Is
that
it
they
The
announced
Medium?
before. Yeah, is that the one it was?
I think it was called The Medium.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Medium sounds about right then.
There we go. Yeah, it's definitely that. I remember. This I remember.
Yeah.
The Medium. Oh yeah, I remember because it had an awful name.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible now.
I'm gonna write about that, I think. I'm just gonna ask the question: why have all the games that have been announced this year had awful titles?
You'd have all had awful titles.
Why is every game shit? Why is all games fucking terrible and should die?
I'm into this though. I can't lie.
It looks interesting, yeah.
I'm into this. I'm into this.
How long's left on the showcase, boys?
As far as I know, 10 minutes.
I'm not sure.
I think they said about an hour, I believe. So, I suspect 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think they did say about an hour, yeah.
I'm gonna have to go again.
Alright, no worries.
Okay,
So,
no worries.
I might miss the end.
Okay, we'll let you know.
I'm into this. I'm into this.
It looks cool. It looks very good. Yeah, it is a medium.
I don't know I don't know how it will turn out, but I am interested at this point.
It's definitely something to keep your eye on, I think.
Yeah.
And it's a launch game for the Xbox, which is cool.
The world premiere thing, I think, is a bit silly. I'm not gonna lie, because most things should be world.
Sega.
If you're showing things that aren't world premieres, then why are you showing them to me?
Oh.
Your face.
What's this? Fantasy Star Online.
I've heard good things. I don't think I'll ever touch it.
That's fair. I don't know if I'll ever touch it either, to be perfectly honest with you. I've liked the Phantasy Star games that I've played.
Sure.
This is pretty. Is this just PSO2?
Was that on Dreamcast?
Because I've not played it. Yeah, well, yeah, sort of. Phantasy Star Online was on Dreamcast.
Okay.
That was the first. That was like the first MMO, basically.
Fair enough. Unknown threats. Well, I know it. It's there. It's there.
Yeah,
back.
it.
Just call it whatever.
Yeah, look at Phantasy Star Online.
Oh, okay.
I can just call it whatever I want. It doesn't have to. I can look. Greg. It's known now. Done. Sorted.
I know that enemy. It's Greg.
It's Greg. Look, there's another Greg. There's another Greg. Look. Oh, another Greg.
They're all Greg.
They're all Greg.
So, just to let you all know, I now have in my possession some pie and peas.
Oh, I saw you bring it
And
in.
chips.
That's a good point. I don't know what.
Got the chips.
I've got to sort out dinner between this and the podcast that's coming up later, guys. Please watch.
Oh, it's alright. We got a couple hours. We got at least an hour and a bit.
Yeah.
True Adventure starts now.
Right. Show off.
The capitals.
I've had many adventures. How dare you? I went for a cycle
They
yesterday.
weren't true adventures until now. It's a new download. It's a new content for Phantasy Star Online 2.
Powered by Windows
New
Azure.
Genesis. This isn't a world premiere though.
Well, there you go.
It's
So
just
what?
an exclusive.
I've seen your future.
So we've seen this before. I haven't, but
I haven't either.
Global risk is scared of the weapon. You will become.
It's Greg. Oh, it's the. Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, Crossfire. Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, I was deeply uninterested until I heard that Remedy they hired Remedy specifically to make the single player stuff. Then I'm like, okay, I'm interested in that, but the rest of the game are just not.
It looks deeply uninteresting.
Yeah, I've never been interested in it apart from the fact that Remedy are involved in the single player.
We protect our own.
Can you protect me from fate?
Because the actual studio
Could be a
making
good
it
story.
are just making their like
Yeah,
multiplayer.
I'm gonna say, can you look at a game and tell who's had more influence, like whether it was the publisher or the actual developers themselves? Because this is one of those where I feel like
publisher. Well, because there's two developers
the
as
publisher had
well.
a massive influence.
Because it was already it's a game that already exists and is made for online, and then that developer or the publisher, either way, I don't know which way, hired Remedy to make a single player campaign for it. And that's what we're seeing, but it already exists and it looks deeply uninteresting to me.
It could be a good story though. You never know.
Yeah, Remedy makes me interested. I'm not Foster, I'm not going to buy it, I don't really care.
That's fair. Is that no? The song is X Gun Give It to You.
You saw 10 world premieres.
The song is a stripped down acoustic version of X Gon Give It To You with a girl singing very softly.
From Xbox Game Studios and all of our partners in the subscription or free to play. This is just a peek at some of the new titles coming to
Gears of War
Xbox
Tactics,
Series X. And some of the games you already
Gears
love and
Pop.
some you have yet to play will also be optimized for Xbox Series X.
Yes.
Games like Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, and Sea of Thieves. You'll get the next-gen upgrades at no additional cost when they launch. You can expect a lineup of over 100 titles for
Of
Xbox
1
Series X
quadrillion games.
Series X and Game Pass.
So it's not 100 games when it launches, but that includes like all the old games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
As
I'm
well
sorry,
as
but
the
do you know
new
what? Do you know what the Xbox originally launched with? Like, wasn't it like 5 or something daft?
We'll have more to share.
It wasn't big. I don't know if it was. It wasn't big.
Here's one more thing.
One last thing.
It's your
Directly
mum.
to you. Your mum? It's your mum. Is this Fable?
Here she is. If it is.
It's fucking Fable.
It's Fable. Playground is the people.
Fable.
Playground is the people who are linked with it. Come on.
I miss
That's the
Lionhead.
story.
I miss Lionhead.
Eh.
I don't miss Peter Molyneux though. He can fuck off.
Nah, he's a good lad. Leave him alone.
I mean, he did fuck off. That's why we ain't heard of him for ages.
Yeah.
He went off to make mobile games and then did that weird fucking god thing with the cube. And then that was it.
He did 2 god things. Thank you very much. He did
a cube game,
cube,
and then he did the god game.
Goddess.
Yeah, goddess.
Yes, this is classic
fucking
Fable.
frogs everywhere.
Classic Fable.
Frogs.
Yours
Yes.
has yet to be written.
Oh, if this is all we're seeing, I swear to God, I'm going to punch someone.
This is it.
Right, that's it.
Oh, that's
Give me a minute. I'll be back in a minute. No.
I was like,
I'm gonna go punch my mum.
I'm off to fight. I'm walking down the street. The first person I see is getting blapped.
You're like, whoa, what was that for, mate? And you're like, fucking, we didn't see enough Fable. And he's like, all right, finish.
And he's like, fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Fair enough, mate. This is the little montage, I guess, of all the random fucking games that we saw.
I'm not gonna lie, that Fable thing was hella disappointing for me.
It's because we didn't see anything other than a time. It's literally, right, you know how when Nintendo announced Metroid Prime 4?
Yes, exactly like that.
And all they did was just put the logo up.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the game.
We've known
logo.
it exists for years. Like, for years there's been leaks about it existing, being made by Playground Games as well, specifically. So them just going, hey, it exists is like, oh, okay, calm. That's great, but...
We see fuck all.
I wanted to know.
Actually, it's far more like when Bethesda announced Starfield.
Yes.
The game that we knew for fucking ever.
Yes.
And then they just put a logo up.
They better show it before, like, again, before Starfield, because Jesus Christ.
It says 22 console launch exclusives. So essentially, it's got 22 games on launch.
No, I don't think it's talking. I think it's just talking about this has had 22 console exclusives, as opposed to.
It said launch. It said launch exclusives.
Yeah, as in these are all launch exclusive. Well, they can't be launch exclusive, can they? Oh, I just don't care.
It said there's 22 launch exclusives. What launch exclusive means? It could mean that they're timed exclusives.
I believe so. Okay.
Thank you for watching.
So that was Xbox.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
What do you reckon?
Adam, you can go first.
Mostly uninteresting.
While Louis finishes his mouthful.
It was mostly uninteresting. It's got to be said. I was not particularly even the titles that I was kind of interested in. I kind of looked at the trailers for these and was like, I wasn't really interested. Like Halo is going to be a game that I'll probably play, but at the same time, it's like because that's an IP that I've grown up with.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it feels like they've added nothing new to the formula from what we've seen.
Yeah. 100% with that.
So the only really interesting game that I saw from this lineup was probably Psychonauts 2.
Yeah, I wanted more because I'm like, how do I word this? The stuff they showed that I was interested in, I already knew existed. They didn't really show me anything new where I'm like, oh, here we go. And at this stage, it's the stage in the console cycle where you're like looking to see which one you're going to buy. You're like, I know which one I'm probably going to buy, but I want them to be like, here, look at these things you can only get on our thing that like really deeply interest me. And it's like Psychonauts 2 is a big one, but I can just play that on my PC. It's weird, like the PC thing is such a...
Is it just cycling through for you, Charlie, on the video?
What do you mean by is it just cycling through?
Because obviously the video's ended, right?
Oh yeah, I've just got it. I've just repeated it, so there's something else there. You mean on stream, right? I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I just put it on mute so we could actually talk, and so it's not just the three of us on a blank screen next to us, Come on, bruv. I know what I'm... Bruv, how dare you, sir? I know what I'm doing. How dare you? I'll kick you from this call. I won't, because it will make all our boxes go weird, so I won't do that, because that would be annoying. But at the same time, I know what I'm doing.
I forget that you do this for a literal living.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's weird because the PC thing is makes it interesting because it's like Psychonauts 2, for example, I really, really, really want. Fable, I really, really, really want. Xbox are saying that those things are just going to come to PC at the same time, and if not, then soon after. So what's the point in me buying the Xbox?
And Xbox One. Like, even if you didn't have a PC, most of those games are going to come to Xbox One.
Yeah. And I mean, if I was a part of the original
Series X for double the price.
And I mean, if I was a part of the original Fig campaign, which I wasn't, to fund Psychonauts 2, I would have just had it on PS4 anyway. So it's like, it just is what it is. I don't know, it's a bit weird, but there are a couple of things that are at least interesting. Like Louis says, Psychonauts 2 is like, yes. Fable is like, yes, but they didn't show enough of it, so I don't really care about what they showed, to be honest. Like, if they showed me actual gameplay and stuff, cool. But they've just basically said to me, you know that thing you know exists? It exists. And I'm like, okay, sure.
I've forgotten all the games that I looked at and thought, you know what, that looks interesting. Like, unlike the PlayStation reveal, where I think they showed too many, like, random games.
Sure, yeah.
That didn't really have much of an impression. Unlike, so the PlayStation event, they showed lots of little games and then a couple of big games, but I feel like they showed more of the little games of each individual little game, so that you got an idea for what each one was.
Yeah.
That you got a little idea for, like, oh, that one's Little Devil Inside, that's cool. That's Bug Snacks, that looks cool. That's interesting. You know, whatever. On this one, there's no equivalent. You had Halo, you had Fable, you had Forza.
There was also the people jumping over the cars.
Yeah, I don't even remember what that is. That's the problem. I don't remember any of them. I'm just sort of like, is there Everwild was one? I remember that.
Yeah,
that was
Everwild,
pretty alright, I guess. There was the David Cage one that I can't remember what it's fucking called. As Dust Falls.
Yeah, As Dusk Falls. As Dusk Falls.
Dusk Falls.
I'm going to pull up a list of things that were just spoken about.
It's just I don't know any of them anymore. It just kind of felt like there was a lot of titles thrown at you, but none of the titles had very much to them.
Yeah.
And we didn't see a lot of what they really meant. Like, was it the gunk? I came away from the gunk not knowing what the gunk was.
The gunk
but knowing that it looked quite nice. What is that strange gunk on the floor?
Okay, so State of Decay 3, sure.
Yes.
Like, if you're into State of Decay.
Well, I don't know how that plays.
There's a new State of Decay. Yeah. Forza, which is a Forza game.
Yeah.
Everwild, which is the rare one.
The rare one, yeah.
Tell Me Why, which is Dope Nod.
Yeah, the Life is Strange one.
Yeah. Outer Worlds, again, new content for that.
Outer Worlds.
Grounded, which was the Spider game. Which, sure.
Yeah. Avowed, which was the RPG next to it.
Yep. As Dusk Falls, which is the 2D thing.
Cage thing.
Yeah. Senua 2, Hellblade 2.
We didn't see any of that, did we? We just...
No, they just sort of spoke about it and said it's going to be set in Iceland. They didn't really give us much more about it. Psychonauts 2, Destiny 2,
yep.
Stalker 2,
yes.
Warhammer Darktide, Tetris Effect, Connected, The Gunk, The Medius.
I mean,
gone.
I reckon I could be interested in Warhammer Darktide, but the problem with that is that it just looks like another like Left 4 Dead thing, and they didn't even show us any of it. They just show us like, here is a guardsman. He has a gun. Oh, look behind him. There is like a great load of zombies.
That was it. Will it just be what I think it is, which is essentially some sort of, I don't know, what would be a good analog? I don't want to say Left 4 Dead, but that's sort of just like
that's what it is.
4-player co-op.
Yeah.
Survival thing. Okay, cool. Then I won't be interested. But fair enough. Phantasy Star Online 2, Crossfire X, and then Fable.
Is there any? I mean, there's a lot of titles there, but is there any wonder why I've forgotten half of them?
Not really. Not really.
Like, I don't know. Maybe it seems a bit harsh, but. Yeah.
Well, and then the trailers weren't as like memorable maybe as the PS4 ones, but then again the PS4 one just had bug snacks, so who cares what anything else was. Like it's like, I don't know, it was okay, but it wasn't a game changer by any stretch of the imagination. It's very much like their big titles are here and appealing to the crowd that exists for them. Like Fable appeals to me massively, but it's not giving me anything more than I already knew. If anything, I know more than what they showed me because the leaks have talked about like when it's set and where it's set and all that sort of stuff. So like they just basically went Fable in the same way that, like you say, the great example of Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
And like,
although we didn't even know Metroid Prime 4 existed, so that's why that was such a big deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we know that this game existed, and they just went Furbo. We were like, okay, good, thanks.
Yeah, I wanted a bit more, but I mean, I'm excited for it existing. I guess I can't say I'm not.
Yeah.
But as an overall thing, I guess it was fine. It wasn't bad by any stretch of imagination. They showed their stuff. They got it over and done with. They didn't faff about too much. Like it was good. It's just like there's not much more to be said about it, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Right,
Louis, anything more to say
Yes.
before we finish? How's your pie?
What's our challenge game tonight?
Oh, that's a good question. But first, before we answer that, how's your pie, man? Give me some updates on the pie.
Pie is pretty sweet.
Is it good? What kind of pie are we talking?
It's like, I don't know, it's like a meat pie, like sort of I think like a sort of a corned beef pie.
Okay.
It's really good.
Decent.
Really nice.
Sounds decent. What is that's a good thing. So we're going to start. So basically, if you're watching, which is Squire, hello. If you're still there.
And us
three.
Yeah,
And us three.
And us three. Even I'm not watching, to be fair. I don't know if being in the back end of Twitch counts as watching. So, we are going to start before the podcast. So our podcast records Thursday. Actually, I'll talk to the people because this is going up on YouTube in a second anyway. So speak to those people as well. Every Thursday at 8 PM, hopefully, we will be streaming live the recording of our podcast. Sometimes we thank you, Squire. Squire is here. So I'm talking to Squire as well.
Thank you.
Every Thursday at 8 PM, hopefully, we will be recording the podcast live on Twitch before it goes up on podcast platforms anyway. But before that, myself and Louis are going to be challenging each other in games every week. So we'll be going live probably half an hour, 45 minutes before, something like that, to play some games against each other because we both have PCs that can do that sort of nonsense now. And once I have my flipping Elgato set up, that might be a case where me and Adam could do it on like Switch and other things. We've got ideas to go, right? So, Louis, what game do you want to play tonight? Bearing in mind, if I haven't got it downloaded, I could probably download it in time. What are you vibing? What are you feeling?
Destiny 2 PvP. No, kidding.
I don't know if I could download that just because isn't that game quite big?
I mean, for the first one, I feel like we could just do a Valorant 1v1.
Okay, let's do it. Valorant 1v1 it is then. I don't know how to make that work. You can tell me how to make it work, but let's do it. Valorant 1v1, me versus you. Me losing to you is probably a more accurate way to describe that. But you know.
You know what, Charlie?
If
you know why you're
the chat
gonna
has
lose?
any suggestions,
why, Louis? Why am I going to lose? Mate, it's just a better way of playing.
that's probably not the reason why.
It's just a better
He's probably more likely to lose because he's not played it anywhere near as much as you.
And I'm also just not great at first-person shooters.
I've not touched it in weeks, man.
You were playing it earlier on today. Don't lie to me, sir. I came on Discord and it said Vertica's Prime is playing Valorant.
I had it on. I was not playing. I did not play a single game of Valorant today. I was trying.
Keep telling yourself.
I was trying to, but I didn't play one.
Well,
we'll see what's going to happen anyway.
So we'll do that. So about 7:15, 7:30, something like that. We'll be live on Twitch
Like
playing Valorant before the podcast recording starts at 8. So if you want to see someone get absolutely annihilated at Valorant, come watch. Come watch.
Yeah, come watch.
But until then, thank you for joining us, everyone. Squire, thank you for joining us live on Twitch. We recorded this live on Twitch. You can see all of our social medias up in the top left of each of our boxes. So that's good. You can see all of our social medias along the bottom as well for us as a group, and of course our website as well. So if you want to join us for that, you know, come get involved. I thought this one went well. I actually managed to get it sorted despite 30 seconds being on the clock when it was.
We didn't die. Is good. My microphone's still working. Louis still connected. I don't know what's going on.
It's gone too well. I feel like we should break something. You know what I mean? Just I don't know how I could, but I feel like I should just probably break something real quick.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Hog. See you later.
We will see you in about an hour and a bit.
You get some food.
Farewell, everyone. Goodbye.
In a bit.
Louis, say goodbye.
Bye.
Cheers.